What's up? So today I'm doing a teacher tip. So students, you can just keep on scrolling. So now that I've got just my teachers. So it was asked that I go over my FRQ notebook and how I organize that notebook for my students. So every Wednesday is a wonderful Wednesday and they take a free response. So they take their free response inside of a composition notebook. So I'm gonna show you the way that I have the composition laid out, and I'm gonna show you last year's books. You can kind of see the overall process that I use with it. So here's my notebook. I have them put their names on the sides of it so that when it's kind of sitting in a stack, I'll be able to find it. So when they first open it up, this first page is just designed for them to be able to do something creative. They can draw a picture or whatever. Over here, this is my week at a glance. So it kind of tells them like if they're struggling, what they can be doing, what kind of remediation that they could be doing ahead of time, and then kind of what the optional assignments are. They then make their goals. So as you see, my goal this year is I want to get 100% passing the AP exam. And then they have these grade tracking papers. This is just so that they can kind of see their grades and then kind of track it over time. They then have a table of contents for their FRQs. They're then going to graph their scores. Same thing, their quizzes plus graph your score. And then, of course, our unit exams. And then I just have helpful hints for FRQ. So it's the vocab words of like what you would be in your FRQs, kind of a breakdown of what the exam looks like in terms of the format for the FRQs, and then kind of what the directions say, and then just kind of like tips and tricks for how to be successful on that FRQ. Okay, so when they get their FRQ that day, I'll hand them the question and they'll glue it in. They'll then answer that question using the graph paper or the lines to answer it. After their time is up, they will then be given the scoring guideline so that they can score themselves. They'll highlight on the rubric where they got the point, then highlight in the response where they got the point. And then when they do the corrections, they'll go and rewrite the exemplar. So I give them that perfect 10 so that they'll be able to write that into their FRQ notebook. So I have them score themselves first semester, and so they get an accuracy score. So I'll grade it after they grade it, and if they are within 1 point of me, then they get the full 20 points. If they're within 2, then it's 15, 3, it's 10, and so on and so forth, to try to help them to be honest with themselves when they grade it. Second semester, they're going to do peer scoring, and it's the same system, but it's just reading someone else's paper, make sure that someone else can understand what you're saying, and make sure that you write legibly. So if you need anything else, let me know. I'll be happy to answer any additional questions you have about my FRQ notebook, or provide you any resources. I think all of these documents are on my website, apbiopenguins.weebly.com, and under teacher resources, there should be an FRQ section. Best wishes. Bye, y'all.